Welcome back to Bobby and JJ Radio. We have a great guest here with us, brand new to the show, Miss Stefanie Young. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
She is young.
Yes.
Yep, young, and her last name's Young. That's great stuff.
Living up to it, man.
You're very well. He's observant.
Yes.
Most observant person you ever meet in your life. Stefanie, you're the CEO and front-end developer for Innov8 Place.
Correct.
Now, that's the parent company of Innov8 Gaming.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Innov8 Place and then Innov8 Gaming.
So Innov8 Place is a web development firm, and we also handle databasing and design. And a lot of us there are actually really into the gaming scene, and so we have decided to make a company off of Innov8 Place, which would be Innov8 Gaming, where we are looking to not only help entrepreneurs in the gaming realm, but also gamers kind of find their footing in the scene. So that's kind of what we're facilitating now.
So you guys develop games, make games?
We don't make games. We are more about the entertainment factor and other people making games themselves or even peripherals for those games and making them better, or even like seats and stuff like that, things around gaming.
Do you guys coach and motivate and develop those people who have that passion through Innov8 Gaming?
That's what the goal is.
Okay.
Right now, we are looking at possibly an incubator around these things in order to push development around it and kind of bring that realm into San Antonio.
So you're getting people that can develop games and you're giving them a platform or a place to develop games.
Right, correct.
This is cool because you have, like, I've worked in corporate America, and I've had the 9-to-5 guy, right, that, you know, works at the call center with me, but he has this passion for game developing. And I'm just like, where do you even start?
Everybody knows one guy.
Yeah, there's one guy, right? Yeah.
Well, I'd be that one girl.
Oh, that's true. Or girl.
Yeah. So while I don't do development, I am a pretty avid gamer. So that's really my passion outside of the workplace. And that is where I'm trying to bring more people in. Because, of course, like the precipitation around gaming is that it's, you know, this terrible habit that you're not supposed to have. And in deep down, it is a real form of entertainment, just like watching a TV show, only it's more interactive.
Agree.
And so we're trying to kind of bring that recognition into the gaming realm in order to make it more acceptable.
So if you ever want to lose at Tetris, just let me know. I'll be available.
dare you.
Oh, I'm more of a Dr. Mario fan, but that's all right.
All right, I know.
Yeah.
Respect.
There you go.
So what are the games that you're playing?
So we are looking more at the competitive realm and esports in general. So we're looking at things like League of Legends and Overwatch, Dota, StarCraft could even be in there.
Those are big games.
Yeah, and even console as well. So bringing in things, I mean, we can talk about Fortnite as far as PC, but Overwatch kind of covers the realm. And so you can have competition across different consoles. So that's really what we're leaning towards, is how to bring in more of an audience for that. And maybe even the pricing that some of these game makers put out there.
And as far as the gaming industry, like those who aren't familiar with it, right? Like Bobby trying to just figure out what game to throw out, and he said Tetris, so that dates him.
I know that.
Yeah.
I'm really good at it. I thought of a game that I'm good
When's
at.
the last time you played Tetris?
Recently, I got it on my phone.
All right,
it's
cool.
the first app.
First app that loads up when I look at my phone. Not my calendar, not my clients list. It's my Tetris game. So when people who are less familiar in the gaming industry, like share us a little bit about kind of the gamer scene in San Antonio. How much has that grown or growing?
I think it's really booming right now as far as esports go. A lot of what we see in San Antonio has to do with like the fighting game community. So if we're talking about Street Fighter or anything that's kind of like more Marvel based, we see a lot of that. But what we're seeing in the colleges is a lot of esports teams starting to pop up. So like UTSA or even like Texas State and Houston. We have a lot of Overwatch and League of Legends coming up that they're able to get scholarships and things like that. So it's a big boom happening where these students are kind of moving into our city just to be a part of the scene. And we're also having like Austin's coming down. We got Houston moving in. Dallas is really big. So Texas is turning into a hub for gaming. And it's really exciting because San Antonio is the next big stop for that.
That's cool because, I mean, land is cheap here, cheaper than California, Silicon Valley. You think about that stuff, right? So it's kind of cool that that stuff's making its way here in our backyard. And I would have never thought it. I see it.
Things to think about taxes whenever you're making money online, and how does that work and how does that function within the state. And so it's really interesting that a lot of people are realizing it's a great place to make money and keep your money.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
So it was usually like an Austin thing, right? And San Antonio's getting a lot more of the tech.
Yeah. Austin's pretty retro heavy. Like they like a lot of that, the gaming that's kind of older. Like they would.
So I can take my Tetris
arcade.
Yeah, I would love you. Love you in Austin,
Mario,
which
I'm
is
good.
great.
Not to say that's all they do. I mean, they clearly have a lot of that big esports scene as well, but they've definitely been known for arcading in the past.
So you say you're a gamer, Stefanie. Tell me, like, your background. Like, was it always just gaming, or like, how did you start?
I originally was doing like software development, and I started getting into game development and realized I'm really bad at it. And so instead, I'm really good at playing the games and strategically working through them. So I played back in the day, like Mario and whatnot, but then online gaming became really big. So Warcraft, we've all been there and have our stories if you've played Warcraft. But now I play competitively in League of Legends, and I found that I can make a lot of money streaming and whatnot, and also like having the audience through YouTube, that this is a really big outlet that people don't know about. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of where I stuck it. I stuck it to League of Legends for the last like 7 or 8 years.
That's a thing. There's people that are really good at games, and they film themselves or record themselves playing it, and then they play it on YouTube, and then they have this huge following.
Yes.
And like, you can make a ton of money doing that.
Yeah. Partnerships with Twitch and YouTube, and then also getting into partnerships with ad makers in order to get like partners and sponsors through makers of games or even peripherals or PC makers, you name it. There's endless supply.
There's somebody out there listening right now going like, those young whippersnappers always finding a way to turn a new buck. But I mean, that's it. You can make money doing pretty much anything nowadays.
Twitch is pretty big.
What final question here. I mean, how can people get engaged in the gaming community? Like, if somebody was like, I want to go find it, where's some stops?
Yeah, if you're looking in San Antonio directly, there are a lot of conventions that come into town. Mm-hmm. PAX is happening this weekend. So if you are interested in gaming or just getting to know what the big scene is about right now for 2019, and kind of like what's at the forefront of gaming, it's there. San Japan is doing a lot of stuff this year as well. So while it's a big entertainment convention for anime, they are moving in esports. But then there's meetups happening all the time. Get on Reddit. Find out what's going on in San Antonio. Get on a Discord channel. Like, figure it out as far as, like, what kind of game you want to play. And then just research it. Like, it's all there. It's all at the tip of your fingers, man.
We don't have time for it right now, but next time you're on, you have to explain what Reddit is to this old man. Oh, all right? Okay.
For sure.
Google it.